Welcome to Physics 122. I am Bob Pullis. I'm the professor for this course. In this course, we are primarily going to focus on the topic of electromagnetism. Depending on how rapidly we move through the material, we may cover some other interesting ideas at the end of this course. My office hours are Monday and Wednesday afternoon, and I really want to emphasize if these time slots do not work well into your schedule, or if you have a really pressing question on any other day of the week, you are always welcome to send me an email and we could find a mutually convenient time to meet and discuss whatever's on your mind, whether it is something about the homework or the content of the course or physics in general. The exam grades are going to be posted on Canvas. The homework grades will be available on the Mastering Physics website, and if everything was set up correctly, they should also be available to you on Canvas. The homework for this course is going to be online through the Mastering Physics website. In order to complete the homework, you must register on Mastering Physics. The course ID, which is required for registration, was sent out in an email and is also written in the syllabus. Also, at the end of the syllabus, there is a step-by-step guide for how to register on Mastering Physics. I also want to say that even if you took Physics 121 and registered for that course on Mastering Physics, you need to go back and register again. Mastering Physics considers this semester's physics course to be a separate course from last semester. It has a different course ID, so you will need to go and sign up again. The first homework assignment for this course is due Friday, February 5th at 11:59 p.m. All of the information you need to know for completing this first homework assignment will be presented in today's lecture. And I also want to say that you are responsible for making sure you are registered on Mastering Physics in time to complete the first homework assignment. So I recommend go register right away. That way, just in case there is some issue with signing up, you could reach out to me. We could resolve this issue and still leave you enough time to complete the first assignment. Now, the first two homework deadlines that are posted in Mastering Physics are what I intend them to be. But then you might notice all of the homeworks that follow these first two are set to having a deadline in late April or early May. I want to be very explicit. These deadlines are going to be changed. As we work through material, I usually like to have a homework assignment to be due no earlier than a week after I have presented the material in lecture. So as we move through the material, I will be moving these homework deadlines up as appropriate, and I'm going to be announcing when these homework assignments are due via email. Now, also you might notice there are two other assignments, and these assignments are not intended to be for credit. If you have never used Mastering Physics before, if you did not take Physics 121, then the assignment called Intro to Mastering Physics and Math and Physics Practice can be helpful for getting you acquainted with using this website. These are the exact same assignments from last semester that you may have seen, but again, these two assignments do not count for credit. They are completely optional. The lowest score of all the homeworks in this course will be dropped at the end of the semester. Dropping the lowest score will not be reflected in the Mastering Physics or the Canvas gradebook. I will be dropping the lowest score by hand in my gradebook. Also, you are absolutely welcome to work in groups on the homework. If you wish, I will trust you to be honest. You are also absolutely welcome to come to me with any questions you have on the homework. And for late homework, each homework question that is late will receive 10% credit off per day late. This includes weekends and holidays. So for example, if a homework assignment contains 10 questions, if you answer 9 of them perfectly correct on time, and then one question is answered 2 days late, but that question is otherwise perfectly submitted, then 9 of those questions will receive full credit. That one question will lose 20% credit. So 90% plus 8% more, that would be a 98% on that particular homework assignment. You are expected to be available during the scheduled lecture times of 10:30 to 11:50 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The lectures themselves will be recorded and uploaded to the NU PHY 122 playlist on the Niagara University Physics YouTube channel. You are welcome to watch these lectures at any time that is convenient for you. The slides and example problems that we work through in these videos will be available to you on Canvas under Files. Exams in this course will take place during the scheduled lecture times, and also there may be occasional quizzes given during these lecture times. Quizzes will count as part of the homework grade. In this course, I am not going to give any pop quizzes. I will announce at least 2 days in advance via email if there is going to be any upcoming quiz. Also, if you're curious about how the grading scheme will break down, refer to the syllabus that is posted on Canvas. All the meetings in this course, the lecture meetings and the office hours, are going to take place over Zoom. I sent out an email with the meeting room and ID that we will be using. It's also listed in the syllabus. And again, the syllabus is posted on Canvas under Files. For this course, you do not need to purchase any paid version of Zoom. The free version of Zoom will be completely sufficient for everything we do in this course. And finally, the scheduled lecture times in this course will be devoted to answering questions from the videos. We could expand on ideas presented in the videos and anything else interesting that you might want to discuss. In general, I do not intend to represent the lectures that are recorded and already uploaded to YouTube. The physics labs are going to begin next week. The first 2 labs of the semester will be a simulation with an accompanying worksheet similar to the remote labs that we worked through last semester. For the first 2 weeks of the semester, there are no in-person physics labs. As with all of your science labs, don't bring food or drinks into the physics lab, wear your mask properly, and maintain at least 6 feet of physical distance between you and the nearest person. Beyond your mask, unless I announce otherwise, you do not need to bring any of the traditional lab safety equipment such as lab coats or goggles for any of the experiments that we work through in PHY 124L. The labs themselves will be run in a manner very similar to what we did last semester. Each lab section will be divided into 2 groups. Each week, half of the students will come to the physics lab and work on an in-person lab experiment, while the other half of the students will work on a simulation with an accompanying worksheet. And then the following week, the 2 groups will switch. The group that worked on the in-person lab experiment will now work on the simulation and the worksheet, while the group that worked on the simulation and the worksheet will come to the physics lab to work on an in-person lab experiment. If there is any student that you would really like to have in the same group as you, please let me know no later than Wednesday, February 3rd, and as much as possible, I will try to accommodate your request. As with all of your courses here at Niagara University, if you are sick, please do not come to lab. The final full week of the semester will be devoted to makeup labs. If you miss a lab due to illness and you do not want to wait till the end of the semester, just let me know and we could discuss some other time for you to make up the lab that you missed. If any student has a serious concern about participating in the in-person labs, whether that's a medical concern or a logistical concern, for example, if you're worried about being able to reliably come to campus if you have to cross the border into the United States or for some other reason, please reach out to me no later than Wednesday, February 3rd, and we'll discuss alternate accommodations. The lab simulation worksheets will be sent out to everyone that has to work on them via email. The lab simulations will always be due 11:59 p.m. the Friday the same week that they are assigned. If you wish, you may work on these lab simulations during your regularly scheduled lab time, or if you want to work on them at some other time, that is fine as well. One thing that is going to be a bit different this semester is I will be including the figures accompanying the lab simulations in a separate document. The reason I'm doing this is last semester typing answers would tend to move around these figures and put them in an interesting pattern that made grading a bit of a pain, so I decided to include the figures in a separate document this time around. If anything in the lab simulation worksheet or accompanying documents is not readable to you, please let me know right away and I will send you a more readable copy of the document. Finally, to submit your lab simulation worksheets, you're going to upload them to Canvas. To upload them to Canvas, go to your PHY 124L section that you signed up for, click on Assignments and choose the lab simulation that you want to upload. After you do that, click Submit Assignment on the upper right side of the screen. Click Browse, and you are essentially attaching the document just like you would attach an email. and then click Submit Assignment, and it will be uploaded. Late lab worksheets will receive a 5% penalty per day late, and this does include weekends and holidays. And when you submit the lab worksheet to Canvas, it will be timestamped, so I will know when you turn it in. So with all of this out of the way, let's do some physics.